Hi, subscribe to my channel Shobha Rana for more.
Can you educate or teach me more on the limitless potential that a human being has?
Yes. So, as I mentioned before, everybody has this basic innate goodness. So that means everybody has this pure awareness, sometimes what we call non-conceptual love and compassion, and wisdom beyond concept. These are with us all the time. But of course, we cannot discover that at the beginning. We need to practice step by step. But the how to find the meaning, purpose, the journey for our life, normally what we have this surface level unhealthy sense of self, which is egoistic, selfish, without kindness, awareness, wisdom, so tight. But then when we look at the more deeper level, we have self with compassion, awareness, love, wisdom. And normally what we call that unhealthy self is only 10%. We have 90% of this healthy sense of self. But the problem is we only look at the 10% and we ignore the 90% within us. So how do we connect? Through awareness, through love and compassion, through wisdom. Like for example, if we watch the boring breathing, what happened? We are connecting with awareness. Actually, for long term, we will be more happy. Better than winning 80 million US dollar, even scientists said. So that awareness is our real self, connecting with the real self. Or if you help others, if you do social work, normally you feel very happy. If you can help really society, people, you feel like this is me. You feel like this is like my home. But if you follow that unhealthy sense of self, says you important, don't care about others, even look like you achieve really like maybe possession, money, everything, but you feel like something hollow, deeper level, something wrong, missing, or something incomplete. So to connect with the love and compassion, and of course, learning the wisdom, education is always the real cause for happiness, real cause for confidence, clarity. All these three things is the meaning of life, purpose of life. Awareness, love and compassion, wisdom, to find that. But when we talk about the situation, environment, material, then there's no one answer. Everybody is different.
So, what you're saying is that purpose of life is basically in two things. One is connecting to our deeper sense of awareness of who we are, and second is contributing to others, creating some meaningful contribution in the world. So, there are two basically purposes that all of us have. Now, to achieve those purposes, our routes could be different. I could be creating contribution by providing for food or education or doing something for the environment or doing something for my neighbors and community. The routes can be different, the ways can be different, but the purpose remain these two. Is that what you're saying, Rinpoche sir?
Exactly, exactly. And you don't need to change too much in your job or everyday life. As long as if you are not particularly working like a criminal or particular harm to others, then your job cannot help others. Otherwise, doesn't matter. Architecture, doctor, teacher, sales, household, anything. All this work help each other. I mean, it's interconnected. But then you need to put your intention, your heart. Then if you do that job with the love and compassion, your job will help you, your job will help others. What we call win-win situation. Like if you're a business person, if you really create your product, whatever, that help others, people like your product. and then that your business even better, and then you can help more to the society. It's like win-win situation for long term. So actually, with the wisdom, with the compassion, actually everybody becomes successful.
You know, with this, Rinpoche sir, there is also a parallel argument that goes that, like particularly businessmen or the people who are doing contribution in the world, some meaningful good thing they are doing, some philanthropic activity that they are doing, they do 5% of that and they justify 95% of their work that is maybe not that much in the favor of the world that we live in, maybe that is harming others around us or nature around us, but they justify all of that with this 5% of good work or philanthropic activities that they do. What would you like to say to those people? And I'm asking this question because it's not just about people who are into businesses, but also people like me, people like us. What happens in everyday life when we are at our workplaces, there are small lies that we say without even thinking twice about it. When somebody says that you were supposed to be here at 10 o'clock, oh, I got stuck in the traffic. That is a very basic minimum lie, and we have normalized saying it so much that it doesn't feel like a mistake also to me. There is absolutely zero guilt of that lie on me. These are some things that we have started calling white lies now, the small little lies that don't harm you, but they kind of get you out of a situation. But then when you do it for long enough, it becomes your nature as well. Then you're becoming the person who can compromise on their values and even morality if a situation demands. How does one bridge these two?
And always, whatever we do to find the balance is very important. If you're too tight on that no lie, then it become really tight, and then self-criticism and may create the low self-esteem. But then if you really attach the lies and then out of control, it's really not good. And of course, we really try to avoid the lies, which is really on purpose to harm to others. That's the way we try our best to change and avoid. But then, as you said, some lies, like normal lies, like people say, "How are you?" Maybe you have some problem, but you cannot share everything. No, I'm fine. It's okay. It's kind of a lie, but it's not the intention to harm to them. So, of course, eventually, if you can free from all the lies, wonderful. But again, don't be too tight on it also, and don't give up. We do mistakes. We have problems. Forgive ourselves. Self-compassion is very important. But at the same time, don't give up. Continue to become a better person.
Sir, what has my learning been here is that, instead of saying that lie that, I got stuck in the traffic for these 10 minutes, that's why I'm late. If we can just say, I'm sorry I'm late, I'll not repeat it. If we can just say this, we rid ourselves of getting into this whole loop of becoming a person who is learning to lie. When a situation presents itself, you're okay to compromise on your values because you see it as just a normal thing. Instead, that you become a person who is more humble now, who is kind of recognizing their mistake, that whatever the reason may be, there could be actually traffic or no traffic, you're just using it as a reason, that you're humble enough to say and recognize your own mistake and then probably better yourself from there. At least we can try.
Yes, and people like more actually. They will more appreciate if you become more truthful.